Okay, so we are going to I want you to use this website as a reference material, right? But we are going to look at the various data. We'll look at more things about strings, right? So we've talked about some of these things, but I want you to get what I mean. So if I go to my console again, later on we'll move from the console to a text editor, but for now the text editor is more suited to what I want you to learn rather than focus on setting a text editor up, right? So how do you use single quote within a string? Let's try something. When I say let's string or let's say paragraph, right? Paragraph equals Reynolds, right? So Reynolds phone is blue in color, right? Reynolds phone is blue in color. Now you can see I'm using the single quote over here. So when I press enter and I type paragraph, you see it works, right? Because I'm using the single quote within a double quote, the single quote works. The string is working fine because there's no error here. But immediately I say, now the thing is, you can use single quotes to store your string. Huh? I'm coming. I'll finish right now. So I can use single quotes to store a string as well. So if I type the same thing here, Reynolds, I want you to note what happens when I use a single quote within the single quote, right? I can say Reynolds. I'm not using the single quote now. So Reynolds phone is blue in color. This is grammatically wrong. So it's supposed to be Reynolds, right? So I can say, but when I use the single quote within the single quote, right, you see it gives me an error, right? It says syntax error. And syntax, we'll talk about errors and how to fix them, but not now. But the syntax errors just means that we are writing it wrong. Alright, when you're writing JavaScript, you're supposed to follow rules. So you can't use a single quote within single quotes, right? Because what happens is, let me go back to this. What happens is, you see the red part. The red part is the correct string because it starts with this string, right? And when it sees this string, it sees it as an end, right? So when I remove all of this, when I remove all of these strings from here and I type enter, you see it's working. Alright, let's say paragraph. I see it's working. So when I add all these words or strings at the end here, you see it is black in color, right? So it doesn't recognize it as part of the string. That is because you have to use something we call an escape character to tell JavaScript that, okay, you want the string doesn't end here, but you want the single quote to be part of this larger string. So I will put a backslash here, and then you see all of a sudden all the words are now in the correct color, right? Which shows that there's no error. So when I store this and I print the paragraph again, right, you see now Even though I use the backslash here, it's not showing here because it's an escape character. It is telling JavaScript that this is normal, right? This is normal to the single quote you are adding here. Even though you use two single quotes here, it is okay. So JavaScript should add a single quote to the string, right? So I think we'll end it here, and then tomorrow we'll talk more about the string methods, the methods you can use on strings, and some of the things you can do with the strings, right?